What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Unleashed podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. I hope you've been doing great since the last episode. If you are loving the show, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. We always love to hear your comments and your feedback. If you haven't followed me yet, you can at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and also here on YouTube. Feel free to go ahead and follow me there. For those of you guys that don't know, this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Next Door Lending is currently licensed in over 24 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. Whether you are looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. We've got Joy Ford back in the studio again today for another episode. How's it going?
Happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall, y'all.
Officially fall, y'all.
It's a fall, y'all. Official.
The weather.
It's official.
Sweater weather.
I'm not wearing a sweater.
Well, you sweat all the time, so you're probably happy with your short sleeves.
Yeah. I mean, it's, it's interesting because, I actually do like wearing long sleeves.
You look nice when you put on your fall outfits on. Little plaid pants.
Oh, yeah.
Your sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do a turtleneck because
I can't do
makes you look like your neck's disappeared.
And it's just so uncomfortable. Like, who wants their neck like choked out by a long piece
I love
of cloth?
a cute neck. I mean, a turtleneck sweater. I do, but men, I can't imagine you wearing one. I think you tried to wear one before, and
I've tried, and it just makes me feel like suffocated.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Some people don't like them.
Yeah,
some ladies don't even care for them either. I don't mind them.
Yeah. So speaking of fall, we want to talk about the real estate market right now.
We'll just jump right in.
We'll jump right in. And, it's interesting because as a real estate agent, this is my 10th or 11th fall of selling real estate. Yeah, because I started back in 2013 with Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously this would be my 10th because I started in November as an ISA on Jeff's team. And then I didn't start selling until 2014. So, yeah, this would be the 10th.
Yeah, when Judah was born.
Yeah. Yep.
Line it up with that.
And what's interesting is, real estate is different all over the country, different markets, because not every market experiences a winter market. I mean, obviously they do, but not like we experience it, because sometimes, it gets below zero here, and sometimes we get a lot of snow, and then sometimes we have more of a mild winter.
Like in Florida, it's a booming winter for them because all the snowbirds go up there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like our hot season for real estate here in Michigan is April till about October, and then in Florida it's like from October to April. So it flips. And we actually talked about at one point how we could sell in both markets, and it was just difficult because we have kids in school. Tira obviously has 1 year left, and then Judah, he's got a few years left. Obviously, he's only 10.
Yeah, he just started 5th grade.
But how awesome is it if you are in real estate to be able to sell in two different markets, especially, leaving a winter market like Michigan to go sell in Florida, which a lot of people do. A guy on our EXP team, his name's Todd. He sells in Michigan and Florida.
Really?
I know, Juan, who works for us, his buddy, Joe, sells in Minnesota in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's down in Florida in the winter, and he loves it. Being able to sell in both markets is something that would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, we don't have that ability to do that yet and go live down in Florida in the winter, but a lot of people do that.
Well, people that are like older in age that don't have young ones, or like does this Juan's friend have like a family, or is it just kind of solo?
Their kids homeschool.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a way you can make it work too. Yeah, if the wife's homeschooling.
Yep.
Wow.
But things start to slow down this time of year, and then also heading into the winter and holidays, what we find is a lot of real estate agents kind of pull back this time of year, right? When you think about it, you have the holidays, you have a lot of holiday parties, you have just a lot of jolly times. Jolly.
Family times.
Yeah. Yep. And with that comes, a lot of times pulling back. And what I think sometimes real estate agents don't know, especially for those that are maybe newer, like the new year in real estate starts in October, like October, November. What you do in October and November determines how you start the new year, right? Because it's not like you're going to work on new deals in October, November, and they're going to close. They could close right away, but a lot of times you're setting up your business for the following year. That's
first
why
quarter.
At Glover U, we do a
business plan.
The business plan starting in November, because we want you to prepare now when it comes to November for the following year. You don't do a business plan in January, because if you're doing a business plan in January, you've started your year off wrong already. It's not like traditional where you set your goals and you start. It's like real estate. There's a lag in between the amount of time it takes to get a deal to closing. And so with that said, as a real estate agent right now, it's like September. What do you do in September? September has always been one of the slower months in real estate. And why is the reason of that, Joy?
Well, kids going back to school.
Yeah, it wasn't like a trick question.
I thought I had to think hard about it. I'm like, families are preparing for kids going back to school. They're not thinking about selling or buying.
No.
Like they're probably settled into their new home by now because they wanted to be in the district for the kids and things like that.
Yeah, so a lot of times people are buying and selling to get into a new school district before school starts. And then once school starts, people, like you said, people, that have families are not thinking about listing their home or buying a home because they're focused on their kids getting back to school.
Yeah, and getting ready for holidays.
And typically people who are moving this time of year, like have to, not like, oh, it'd be great.
Job transfer.
Yep.
Or they need to downsize maybe, right? The older people.
Yeah. And so I remember working with Jeff, like every September, we would do a back to school listing competition or listing contest, because people just seem to show up for a contest.
Well, for sure.
I know I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And so when there's a contest, people show up a little bit different. And so because it's easy to, when you look at, someone recently asked me like, man, how's real estate? I know things have been changing. I said, they have been changing. And I think there's like 75,000 agents who are out of the business already this year because they don't adapt and they don't change. The good thing is I've been doing this now for 10 years and I've been through markets where it's up and down, but it's not the market that determines your success. It's what you do that determines your success, right? We say that as a Gloverism. And, when you're willing to hunker down and do the work, and sometimes double down and it's what you do that ultimately determines the outcome. And so like this time of year, it's really important when we're looking at the last 4 months of the year, 3.5, 4 months of the year, is like, what are you going to do to finish strong and start the new year strong? And so, when you think about that, I always say it time and time again when I talk about real estate, it's all about the conversations that you're having about real estate with people.
Yep.
Right? Because some people think, well, it's slowing down. People aren't really looking to buy or sell right now. Well, there's people that buy and sell every day. You just might not be out in front of them.
We have one of our clients in the database that I was talking to, and he is like, oh, my daughter's graduating next year, same year as Tiara, 2024. Mm-hmm. So like for those agents that are kind of newer or even seasoned agents that have clients that have been saying the same thing, oh, my son has one more year left. Mm-hmm. When is a good time to contact them to get, obviously we're contacting them on periodically, but like when would be the best time to have another conversation with, circling back with, like a couple months before graduation?
It's not even that. I mean, we've talked about like what the database plan should be, 4x4 by 2x12.
So just staying
4 letters, 4 phone calls, right, per year. Mm-hmm. 4 letters per year, 4 pieces of mail per year, 4 phone calls per year, 2 client appreciation events, and 12 infotaining emails. And when you do those things consistently, you're top of mind when it's time. Like, you don't have to like bug people or try to, get them and convince them to list with you or to buy with you. It's just, people have a timing of when they want to buy or sell. It's our job as real estate agents to just be top of mind, when that happens. And so like this time of year, your mindset might think, well, nobody really wants to buy or sell. Well, that's not true. I guarantee there are people in your market that want to buy or sell. They just might not know who you are, but they're going to list with somebody. They're going to buy with somebody. So what is a tip that you think you could give somebody that's listening on, how to, what are some ways this time of year? I know one of the things that we do about the pies, around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, like things for teams to do?
No, not teams, but like
an agent.
That an agent can do to stay in front of the clients or generate some business.
Yeah, I was just talking to a couple agents in Nashville the other day, Holly and Ralph, if anybody's looking to buy or sell.
Yeah, they're the best.
Nashville
They've been
area.
on our show.
I was on a call with them yesterday, and they had some great ideas even for us in Michigan. They're like, oh, you guys have that nice fall weather. You guys could do like cornhole tournaments in the neighborhood, give out, gifts. Everything's free. There's no, you pull up and you pay for food. Everything is sponsored by the Justin Ford team or whatever. So having like small, like narrowing it down to smaller intimate events. And then you have like obviously a one big client event, but she was saying how every week she sits down and she mails out her postcards of 1 year, 3 year, 5 year anniversaries. She goes to the database, who closed all last week this time. Yep. And that's every week a postcard's going out to X amount of clients. She does the every other month newsletter. I mean, she said it is really simple, but it's just thinking of ideas of how to stay connected. Anyways, how about you? How about you?
Well, I think what are some things that from a client appreciation event standpoint, people could do, right? Like if you are in an area where you experience fall, right? I know the cider mill here is a big thing, right? A pumpkin patch. I know we have the corn maze here.
That would be a great little smaller event where you invite certain people, clients, VIP clients that sent you referrals, clients that have closed more than one deal with you, and having like renting out the little barn, at the cider mill and having cider and donuts. Everything's free. Come in. There's, hayride, all that. Come with your
pumpkin
family.
Pumpkin patch, pick up a pumpkin.
Yeah.
For certain people.
Apple picking.
Yeah.
There's so many things here in Michigan we could do.
Yeah. The pumpkin patch thing is pretty cool because my birthday's on Halloween. For those of you guys that don't know. Yes. So that's pretty cool. Even though I don't celebrate really the meaning of Halloween.
We celebrate you.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying like people like, pumpkin patch, pick up a pumpkin, kids like that.
Pumpkin decorating.
You could do pumpkin decorating. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. We do the Thanksgiving pies. It's a pie giveaway where if you have a Costco locally, they have the best like pumpkin huge pies, good price. And if you call them up and you say, hey, I want to buy like 100 pies or 200 pies or however many. Yeah. And those are good. I mean, I remember when we, did that recently or the last time we did it and my car was loaded with pies. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
So that's something you can do. Another thing you can do is really don't pull back on your prospecting. Continue to make the phone calls and make sure you have what we call the holiday handlers. Ooh. Holiday handlers are, if you're prospecting, most people are going to say, oh, I'm going to wait until after the holidays.
Yeah. What do you say with that?
Most people say, okay, great. I'll call you after the holidays. But when Justin Ford calls.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
We're role playing.
Okay. Go ahead.
You love the role play.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to ask the question.
Hey, I was calling about the home for sale. Is it still available?
Actually, it is, but we're going to pause for a little while. The holidays coming up, families coming in town, all the parties, school stuff going on with the kids. So maybe you can call me back in January.
Yeah, you know what? I can totally appreciate that. And what do you think stopped your home from selling?
The agent did not communicate with me enough. I feel like maybe he priced it too high. I'm really not sure. I gave it a month and I was done.
Okay.
I'm going to wait till after the holiday.
What was the main reason why you were looking to sell it in the first place?
I was thinking of maybe moving next summer or, the spring. And just to see what we can get for it. Really, it was just putting it out there to get some feelers to see what can happen in this market.
Yeah. And I can appreciate that. And by waiting until after the holidays, how do you feel like that's going to impact your bottom line?
I didn't really think about it.
Right, because I'm sure
I'm just busy, there's always something going on every weekend.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I just didn't want to have to worry about people coming in my home.
Yep. And I'm sure at the end of the day, you want to walk away with as much money as possible, right?
Yeah, I do. That's why we put it on the market in the beginning, to see how many bites we can get, see how much we can get.
Absolutely. And obviously, buyers this time of year are serious because most buyers would obviously want to wait until spring, correct? But not only do buyers want to wait until spring, sellers want to wait until spring as well. And so, if you're waiting until after the holidays or the spring to list your home, you're going to have a lot more competition than you would today. Would you rather have a lot of competition or really kind of be the only home in your neighborhood that's for sale?
I'd like probably be the only one in the neighborhood for sale.
So if there was a way I could show you, even through the holidays, how to get your home listed and marketed and get you top dollar, so that we could help you get your home sold before the end of the year, what would stop you from at least wanting to take a look at that if there's no cost or obligation to you?
Nothing, because you're so cute.
Will you marry me?
Hey, you are good. You are good. I guess you're good.
No, it's there's holiday. You guys should have saw the look in her eyes. She's like, you got me. I'm like, I know I got you. That's how I sold her, guys, when we were, kind of like courting. I prospected her.
No, we
she gave me a couple of objections. I overcame them, and bam, here we are 18 years later.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, but honestly, so you're going to have people who always give of objections. And so this is 10 years I've been doing this, and we actually have a set of objection handlers for the holidays. And so for those of you guys that are listening right now, I'm going to throw this out to you. If you want a copy of the objection handlers, we call them the holiday handlers. If you want a copy of what to say when people tell you, I want to wait until after the holidays, or shoot me an email. My email is justin@justinfordteam.com. It's my real estate email, justin@justinfordteam.com. I'll get you a copy of them. Put in the subject line, holiday handlers, and I will send you the holiday handlers because it's so important to know what to say. Now, most real estate agents take this time of year off. If you do that, just know that as you go into the holidays, that you're going to have a slow first quarter of 2024. If you want to have a great first quarter, if you want to start strong and really make it happen, then have a strong finish to 2023.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Well, I mean, due to start school. He started school. Yeah.
Let's finish strong.
Let's do this.
You ready?
Not yet.
Come on.
I mean, I'm ready.
Put your hand up. Let's go.
My hand, I feel like restricted. The sweater. It's a little tight.
But that's it. So make sure you're talking to people. Don't stop your prospecting.
Keep it going.
Do some holiday events. Look for ways that you can get in front of your people, your sphere, your past clients, and finish 2023 strong in order to have a great 2024.
Yes.
Any final words, Joy Ford?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
I think I just flipped the switch in my mind to tell myself I'm ready.
It's time.
But I need to put some things in place at home.
It's time.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
Let's do it.
If you're ready.
You don't have.
You're not going to have the home cooked hot soup anymore.
You don't have to get ready when you stay ready. I stay ready.
Ooh, we need a shirt that says that now.
Okay.
I stay ready.
I stay ready. Make the shirts.
Let's do it.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode here of the Justin Ford Unleashed podcast. If you like today's episode, go ahead again and hit the subscribe button. Feel free to share it with your friends or your family. If you really love the show, leave us a review. We always like to hear any feedback that you have. Again, if you want a copy of the holiday handlers, send me an email, justin@justinfordteam.com. Put holiday handlers right in the subject line. I'll make sure to get you a copy of those. I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is not just the sponsor of the show. They're our personal lender. They do all of our pre-approvals for our buyers, and they deliver. They have over 600 five-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and they're in over 24 states servicing real estate agents and customers just like you. And so today, if you need to be pre-approved and you're looking to buy a new home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. If you are looking to refinance your home and take some cash out, call my friends over at Next Door Lending. And if you're a real estate agent and you need a great lender that you want to work with, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Two things I always like to leave you with. Number one, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number two, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.